Howdy folks, thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, something a little different today. It's time for another upgrade to the studio. A little while back, I upgraded from that psychedelic tapestry background that I had going, and I did all that. I hung up a bunch of guitars on the wall. I still love that. Got some more mood lighting in here. So it all looks good, or I'm trying to make it look good on camera. But this time, the part you don't normally see, and that's my desk. It's a big old uh, built out of scrap wood. It was built for a particular purpose that no longer exists, but it's been working in here for a while, other than the fact that it just takes up way too much room. It's got to go, which means I got to unhook everything, get everything pulled apart. Hopefully, well, I'm going to label all the cables so I remember where everything goes. Get it all off the desk just so I can take the desk apart, because it's going to have to come out of here in pieces. And I don't know, I'll store it away. It may live again another day, but then again, I may end up using pieces of it for various other things. Anyhow, I'm going to get this thing taken apart. And don't worry, I'm not going to set up the camera and or shoot. We don't film anymore. I'm not going to shoot the whole thing and make you watch it in fast motion. But I'll come back and show bits and pieces of the progress that I'm making. And in the end, you'll see what ends up going here in its place. It will be smaller. I'm going to start with something super cheap and hope it works. If not, well, we'll worry about that later. May have to upgrade again, but for right now, I'm just hoping for something that frees up a little bit more square footage in this tiny room. It's just small. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get to it. Everything's got to get unhooked, and we'll see how everything goes. All right, as you can see, I've made some progress. Mostly torn down. I've gotten the rat's nest of cables and stuff out of there. Now, part of it, I used to do some ham radio stuff, and let's see if I can get a shot down there. There's a bunch of ham radio stuff that still remained back there. I've got it all taken down, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I may get back into it one of these days. Maybe not. I don't know. But as you can see, the desk is mostly taken down. The next step is going to get that pointless. It's I don't know. It's that foam stuff. I bought it, I think, from Guitar Center. It doesn't really do a whole lot of good as far as uh, sound deadening or whatever, but it's up there on the wall. It's going to come down, and what I'm going to do is put a TV mount up there. And that's where I hope to get to by the end of this evening. I hope to have the desk gone, have the TV mount installed, the TV all hooked up and ready to go, and then I can proceed. I don't know, this thing over here, that's probably going to have to go. I don't know if you can tell. I keep all my microphones and stuff and a few other things. My Spark amp that's where it usually lives. All that crap's got to go, and I'll get that out of here as well. But at least for today, I've got to get that off the wall, get the TV mount, get it all put up there, and I think I'll call it a night after that, and we'll move on to the next phase after that, which will be, getting a new desk in here. So let's go ahead, and the next thing you'll see will probably be me getting the TV mount up. Yeah, so part of the problem with having that big ass desk there, when I painted the walls for the last little upgrade, um, yeah, I really couldn't get to this part of it. So now, before I go any further, I guess I'm gonna have to paint there. Good thing I believe I have some paint left over, so that's gonna be the next part of it. Yes, I know. Kind of looks like a bomb went off in here, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, I've made a huge mess. I got things strewn all over the place. Oh, but that said, I've gotten a few things done. Actually, I've gotten a little further along than I thought I would, at least in this round. So let me show you where I am. And by the way, I'm not very used to doing vlog type videos, so forgive me if I'm a little rookie-ish on this. But that said, let me show you what I've got done. Quite a bit. The wall's painted. I think I showed that in the last little bit, but I now have the TV mounted on the wall. It's up there. Um, and yeah, it works. Uh, yeah, might be just a tad crooked, but anyway, we won't talk about that right now. However, I went a little further than I thought I would, at least on this go around, and I've got a desk that I bought. I thought I was going to send it back because after I bought it, I started thinking, no, it's not gonna really work for me. But the more I'm looking at things in here and what I got going on, it might just do it. So I went ahead, took it out of the box. I've started putting it together already. There's, well, let's see if I can get it in frame there. It's down there. Um, got a little ways to go. I'm not quite halfway done with it yet, at least as far as what the instructions say. But I think I'm going to leave it there for today. I'm tired. Uh, got a lot done though. I'm kind of pleased with myself. And yes, eventually I'll get around to getting this wall painted as well. I should have done that before I put the wall hangers up, but for the guitars. But that's okay. I'll get to it at some point. Uh, yeah, so quite a bit done. Once I get the desk completed and I can start putting stuff back on there, I'll have to figure out exactly how I want to configure things. But my big focus uh, from that point is going to be on one of my own personal weak points, and that's cable management. I've never been good at it. No matter how hard I try, it always turns into, well, spaghetti, which is what I'm going to have for dinner tonight, by the way. So, that said, this is going to be the end. I kind of figured this would be a two-part thing when I started it. I didn't want to say so, but yeah, it's going to be a two-part thing. So in the next one, we'll get the rest of the desk put together and go ahead and start figuring out how everything's going to go onto it. A whole lot less real estate to pile things on. So I'm going to have to be real careful in my choices. But that said, yeah, once again, got a huge mess going on over there. So once everything's put together, before I can do anything else, I'm gonna have to clean all that stuff up. So gonna leave this one off here. Hope everyone, I don't know if you enjoyed this, but at least it's taking you along for the ride so you can see what I'm doing to try to improve the channel. And yeah, I'll just leave it there and just say, hey, be good. Let's all just be good. Take care.